Parents, what do we do when we don't like our kids' friends but still want them to be happy? Hey parents, today I want to share something super real. Something I bet a lot of us have felt at some point, that uneasy, maybe even annoyed feeling about one of our kids' friends. I get it. Nobody says we have to love every single friend our kids bring around. But that, I don't like them, vibe? It's not just a passing thing. It's like a little signal. A nudge to pause, take a deep breath, and ask ourselves, why am I feeling this way? When we slow down and really think it through, we start seeing deeper stuff. Stuff that helps us respond in a way that actually supports our kids and keeps us connected to them. So, let's walk through this together. Step by step, with all the honesty and heart I can muster. When your kid's friend has traits that make you uneasy. Hey moms and dads, have you ever noticed something about your kid's friend that just sets off alarm bells? Maybe they're lazy, blow through money like it's nothing. Or worse, smoking, drinking, or messing with stuff they shouldn't at their age. I've been there, and let me tell you, my heart was racing. That unsettled feeling hits hard because you're scared this friend might drag your kid down a bad path. But here's what I figured out. At this age, our kids aren't little anymore. They're starting to get a sense of right and wrong. What's good and what's not. So instead of slamming the door shut or losing my cool, I decided to sit down and talk with my kid. Calmly, no pressure, no yelling. I'd say stuff like, what do you think about your friend? How do you feel about the things they do? The goal isn't to force them to ditch the friend. It's to help them see what's up and decide for themselves how to handle it. After that, I keep an eye out. Check in now and then. But I don't hover too much. Because I know if I cling too tight, they'll feel smothered and might push back. I just want to be there. Walking alongside them, letting them know I've got their back whenever they need me. When you misjudge their friend because of a generation gap, sometimes I'd catch myself feeling off about a friend of my kids. And then I'd wonder, am I being too harsh here? Like, maybe they're taking selfies with pouty lips and arched backs. Saying stuff like, you freaked out yet? Or answering me with a casual, yeah. Cool, uncle. The clothes, the hair dye, the jewelry, it all felt so foreign to me. At first, I thought, oh no, this kid's trouble, they're going to ruin my child. But then I took a step back and realized, maybe it's just a generational thing. Instead of jumping to conclusions, I decided to chat with my kid. Not to bash their friend, but to get closer to them. I'd ask, what's so cool about the way they talk? What do you like about their style? I listened with real curiosity, not forcing myself to agree or love it. And you know what? When I started understanding where they're coming from, that irritation just melted away. I saw that sometimes what bugs me is just how kids are these days, not necessarily bad. Just different. The best part? Those talks brought me and my kid closer. I don't have to change who I am to match them. But I've learned to accept the gaps I can't bridge. When you feel like your kid isn't yours anymore. Parents, have you ever felt that pang when your kid starts spending more time with friends than you? They pick up new ways of talking, dressing, listening to music you don't get. Maybe even switching up habits you spent years shaping, like sleep schedules or how they organize their desk. I used to think, it's those friends, they're messing my kid up. But when I calmed down, I saw it differently. My kid's not turning bad, they're just growing up. Building their own life. I'll be honest, sometimes it hit me hard. Like I was being left behind. If I'm real with you, I was jealous of their friends. But instead of stewing in that, I told myself, this is them growing, and I should be proud. I let myself feel the tough stuff, the frustration, the envy, but I didn't shove it down or let it take over. I even opened up to my husband about it, leaning on him for support. Then I tried talking to my kid. Soft and honest. I'm so happy you're growing up. But I miss the days when you'd stick close to me. No guilt trips. No demands. Just letting them know how I feel. I suggested we carve out some family time. But I keep reminding myself, this is the time to loosen the reins. To let them spread their wings while I find peace in it. When you don't like their friend and can't pinpoint why. Ever had this happen? You see your kid's friend. And boom. Something inside you just bristles. But you can't explain it? I've been there, scratching my head like, why am I so weird about this? Then I stumbled across something from a psychologist named Carl Jung. He said, if you hate someone, you're hating something in them that's really in you. Sounds wild, right? But the more I thought about it, the more it clicked. Take Nobita from Doraemon, for example. He couldn't stand this new kid in the neighborhood. But later you find out it's because the guy's great at baseball, and Nobita hates that he's terrible at sports and feels inferior. I've had moments like that too. I dislike a friend of my kids. Then realize they had something I don't like about myself. Something I hadn't faced yet. Jung calls it your shadow. That hidden part of you that you tuck away. When that dislike hits fast and feels irrational, I pause and ask myself, what's in this person that's also in me? But I'm dodging? The more I dig, the more I learn about myself. And here's the crazy part. When I spot that shadow in me, the annoyance with their friend starts fading. I let my kid hang out with them naturally, watching from a distance, using it as a chance to understand myself better. It's tough, but every little breakthrough makes my heart feel lighter. So, parents, here's the thing. For teens, friends are everything. Huge. Sacred. Meaningful. So if you're feeling off about their buddies, don't rush to judge or ban them. Take the time to get to know the friend. See how your kid interacts with them. And most importantly, figure out what's really stirring you up inside. Are you worried? Confused? Jealous? Once you get that, you'll find a way to respond that feels right, for them and for you. It's not an easy road. I know, I've stumbled plenty, and sometimes I need help too. Thank goodness there are therapists out there ready to step in when it gets overwhelming. A little extra heart. Hey parents, I hope this hits home for you and maybe eases some of that tension when you're wrestling with feelings about your kids' friends. If you've got thoughts or stories of your own, drop me a line. I'd love to hear them. I'm here with you, cheering you on.